Royal Caribbean is gutting up our favorite quiet zones on the ship to build the most expensive, no balcony suites at sea. It sounds like betrayal, but it's actually a genius move to bring icon class luxury onto the Harmony. Let's get into it. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jen and I am a travel agent and avid cruiser. Now, Royal Caribbean is taking a huge gamble on the Harmony of the Seas in 2026. They are taking the most beloved public space on the ship, the forward Solarium, and they are literally cutting it into pieces to build the most expensive, no balcony suites in the fleet. To see if this sacrifice is actually going to pay off, we're going to look at the two rooms that started this entire conversation: the Ocean View Panoramic Suite and the Ultimate Panoramic Suite. One of them is a family-friendly Sky Class suite. And the other one is a 900 and something foot monster Star Class suite. We're going to look into the blueprints to see exactly what you're getting at that 5-figure price tag. So there's a debate happening online right now. People are asking, is a room without a balcony really a suite? Is the loss of the Solarium worth the new views? And most importantly, if you're going to spend $5,000 or $10,000 on a 2026 cruise, are these rooms a genius or are they a marketing trap? Today we're going to answer every single question that you've been asking. We're looking into the hidden square footage, the Star Class secrets that Royal hasn't fully explained, and the one major view problem that nobody's talking about yet. I have gone through these 2026 blueprints and deck plans, and I'm going to tell you exactly what you're getting for your money. So let's get into the suite life. The Ocean View Panoramic Suite versus the Ultimate Panoramic Suite. Now there's a lot of confusion about the two different categories on deck 14. So let's break down the truth of these floor plans. The Ocean View Panoramic Suite, which is category VP, these are going to be roughly 406 square feet. Now to put that into perspective, that's almost double the size of a standard balcony cabin. For more context, a standard junior suite is about 287 square feet. So you're getting like 40% more square footage than in a junior suite. You're going to have your king size bed, a separate seating area, and a massive floor to ceiling window that wraps around. Before we move on, if you're enjoying the content and finding the information helpful, do me a favor and hit that like button. Take a pause and hit that like button so that the YouTube algorithm can send us out to other people who need this information. And also click that subscribe button and join our CruiseAholics family. We do videos like this all the time, trying to give you guys the most information possible, and hit that bell notifications so that you know whenever a new video drops. Because Royal is using the Liberty and Allure blueprints here, these VP categories are getting an extra half bath. That is a huge win for families. 1.5 bathrooms, one full bathroom and one with no shower. But you have to watch out for this. Because the Harmony wasn't originally built for these rooms, some of you may walk into your $5,000 suite and there's a giant steel support beam blocking your 270-degree view. So when you're picking your room number on deck 14, make sure you chat with your travel agent who can let you know whether or not your room is going to have this support beam. The no balcony fear, okay? People are asking, how can it be a suite with no balcony? And here's the answer. The window is your balcony. It's a 12-foot high wall of glass, and you get the captain's view that he has on the bridge, except you can keep your AC going. Now, here are the perks, okay? These are Sky Class suites, so that means you get to go to Coastal Kitchen for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You're going to get the suite lounge. You're going to get the Voom internet. Now, for many of us, those perks alone are worth the little price jump from a junior suite up to this one. You're also getting that Sky Class vibe, which is high-end luxury with exclusive access, but you still manage your own schedule. For dining, you're getting full access to Coastal Kitchen for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You're also going to get bottled water delivered to your room upon arrival. Now, that does not include the deluxe beverage package, okay? So if you want that, that's going to be extra. You get access to the suite lounge where they serve complimentary hors d'oeuvres and cocktails in the evening. And finally, you get access to the suite sun deck, which is a private area with upgraded loungers. When it comes to services, you get your own concierge who can help you make reservations for dinner or for shows. You get priority boarding and departing. You're going to get luxury bath amenities, and you're going to get the pillow menu. The ultimate panoramic suite, category GP. Now this is the big one. These are going to be roughly 914 square feet. These are going to be on the far corners of deck 14. You're going to get a 270-degree view. You can see the horizon and the side of the ship at the same time. Now this is the most important part for this suite, because this suite is in the star class. So you're not just buying a room, you are also buying yourself a Royal Genie. Real quick, I want to show you something that Royal Caribbean probably doesn't want me to show, and I probably should not show you this, but I want you to be aware. Because I'm a travel agent, I get access to the internal booking system, and I went into the internal booking system and I found what could be an error, or maybe something that's just not updated yet. For suites 14128 and 14528, the system is telling travel agents that there's a 120 square foot balcony. No ma'am, no sir. So do not book this room expecting to sit outside with your coffee on your balcony. When you reserve this room with your travel agent will be able to confirm to you that that 120 square feet that you see there is not actually balcony space. These rooms don't have balconies, okay? I've looked at the 2026 information, and those rooms are 100% glass enclosed. That 120 square feet that you see there is not a balcony. It's just a glitch in the system that they will probably update shortly after dry dock. What you're actually getting is that space integrated into the most insane forward-facing living room at sea. So you're getting the square footage, just not the fresh air. So if you look at the booking system and it says 120 square feet balcony, don't worry about that. This is just a data error, because you're getting zero outdoor space, okay? Look at the steel. There is no balcony here. This is why you should watch this channel, so that you can catch the errors before you drop thousands on a mistake. Your total footprint, including the huge walk-in closet, the foyer, and the panoramic bathroom, is going to be about 914 square feet. To put this into perspective, a grand suite is only about 370 square feet. This room is like two and a half grand suites put together. Just like they did on the Allure of the Seas to carve these suites out of the old Adventure Ocean and Solarium space, Royal Caribbean is going to have to create massive private foyers and dressing rooms. And I think you're going to get a room that feels more like a private apartment with hallways and such. You're paying for 914 square feet, but because of how they carved this out of the Solarium, you actually get a private buffer zone from the hallway noise that most suites don't have. It's going to make this room feel like a private wing on the ship. Because this room is in the star class, everything is included, and a human being. The Genie handles your entire cruise life. The Royal Genie will come pick you up at boarding, deliver all of your luggage to your stateroom, reserve shows for you, reserve restaurants for you. They're going to handle your entire cruise life. They can even bring drinks to you. Like if you're at the pool deck and you don't feel like getting up and you don't want to get a drink, you text your Royal Genie, tell him what drink you want, and he will come bring it to you. How amazing is that? Then you also get complimentary specialty dining. Every restaurant, Chops, 150 Central Park, the new Samba Grill, Sabor, every specialty restaurant, complimentary, and you can have that delivered to your stateroom. You also get the deluxe beverage package. It's included for everyone in your room over 21, and if there's anyone under 21, they're going to get the refreshment package. You're going to get free Voom Surf and Stream Wi-Fi, the best Wi-Fi tier. It's usually unlimited devices per person. You're going to get full access to the suite lounge, the suite sun deck, VIP seating at all shows, the Aqua Theater, the Ice Show, all of these reserved by your Genie. As far as services go, you get laundry and pressing completely free for the entire week. And all of your gratuities are paid in full. Now, a lot of people do tip the Royal Genie extra, but that's going to be something that's up to you. All right, the elephant in the room is, where is all this space coming from? If you sailed on Harmony before, you know that Deck 14 forward was the home to the Adventure Ocean Kids Club and the lower entrance to the Solarium. Okay, in 2026, that is gone. And this is the Solarium sacrifice. By turning this into private suites, private real estate, if you will, The Solarium is smaller and it's going to be more crowded. Now you might be asking, is a Royal Genie worth it on the Harmony? In the Ultimate Panoramic Suite, your Genie will handle everything. They bypass the lines at the slides. They get you front row seats at the shows and aqua theaters without you ever having to touch the app. They can bring specialty dining from Chops or Jamie's directly to your suite. But on Harmony of the Seas, because the ship is so large, the Genies they may be stretched thin. So if you book an Ultimate Panoramic Suite, you're going to need to be vocal about what you want and what you need. Because if you don't utilize the Genie for what you need, then you're overpaying for a large room with a nice window. Here's something that I'm thinking about off the cuff, but I probably shouldn't share it because of what I just shared. But I'm gonna share it anyway. So on the Harmony of the Seas, the Samba Grill is being added as a dining venue. Because you have a Royal Genie, you can have that full Brazilian steakhouse experience delivered to your table in your suite. See, most Star Class guests think they have to go to the restaurant, but your secret is that the Genie can coordinate a tableside carving experience for you in your panoramic suite. So you can eat while enjoying that 270-degree panoramic view in your pajamas. Now, Royal Caribbean doesn't promote this. I've never seen Royal Caribbean promote anything like this, and that's probably because if everybody did it, the kitchens wouldn't be able to keep up. So that's just our secret. All right, let's talk about a couple things that Royal is not going to put in any brochures. The noise and light problem. In 2026, the Harmony is sailing the Caribbean, and the sun is a hot, brutal mess. So if you're a late sleeper, you need to know that these rooms are probably going to use those motorized blackout curtains, but they're not perfect. Sometimes there is a light leak at the top of the window. So if you need total darkness to sleep, these suites might frustrate you. But of course, if you book the Ultimate Panoramic, you can ask your Genie to bring something that may help with that. So I've had people ask me, should I book a grand suite with a balcony or a panoramic suite without one? And here's my professional advice for 2026. If you hate salt spray on your balcony furniture and you want sky class perks at a slightly lower price point than a 2-bedroom suite, then this is going to be a win. You're going to want to avoid these if you need fresh air, if your morning ritual is you on the balcony with a coffee. No amount of glass is going to replace that. My takeaway is this: the Harmony of the Seas is a different ship in 2026. I think Royal Caribbean is betting that you would rather have a massive private view than a shared public space. Now, I have made my choice. I have my room booked. I booked the Ocean View Panoramic Suite, and I picked the one smack in the middle on deck 14 because I picked the one smack in the middle on deck 14 because I want that mid. I want to try it. I just want to try it. I want to try that mid view. I want to have like the direct forward view of the ocean. I want to see exactly what the captain sees right below me. Hey, Cap. And so I'll try that room out for you guys. I will sacrifice and go and try out this room and come back and let you know how it went. If you found this deep dive helpful, do me a favor and hit that like button because it tells the algorithm that this kind of breakdown is exactly what you want to see. And if you haven't seen my video on the ghost cabins on deck 3, you need to watch that next because those rooms are the exact opposite of these suites.
All I do is cruise, 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 no matter what.